Welcome to this video presentation, Natural Remedies for the Cold and Flu Season. Part 2. Today's topic is what to do for a standard cough. In the near future, I will be doing a video on whooping cough. We have come to a time when every member of the church should take hold of medical missionary work, Testimonies, Volume 7, page 62, paragraph 1. It is essential to understand the principles involved in the treatment of the sick. Ministry of Healing, page 127, paragraph 2. As religious aggression subverts the liberties of our nation, those who would stand for freedom of conscience will be placed in unfavorable positions. For their own sake, they should, while they have opportunity, become intelligent in regard to disease, its causes, prevention, and cure. Counsels on Health, page 506, paragraph 1. Before we get started, I wanted to give you a little history about myself. I'm a mother of 6 children and grandmother of 6. Oldest grandchild is 12 and my oldest child is 32. Since 1991, I raised my 6 children on natural remedies without any medication since my oldest was 6 years old, who's now 32. My youngest is 18. Look in the description box of this video to see all the ailments I have treated naturally over the years of my children. What to do for a cough. Use honey and eucalyptus essential oil. This is the brand I use, or Acacia. I get it from Vitacost.com. But it says external use. So only use external use on yourself and family members if you're just using a couple drops. But when you're using on the public, make sure you get the kind that says internal use. Note, be sure you have good honey and not the fake stuff they're selling in most stores now. Most honey's pollen has been removed, making it pretty much non-medicinal. And here's the link where you can read all about that. This article came out in 2011. To be certain you are getting a pure honey, purchase from the following places: Trader Joe's, they have a good brand, Honey Farm, or Farmer's Market. Cough remedy. 1 cup of honey. Be sure the honey's from a honey farm or farmer's market, as I said earlier. The store honey's pollen has been removed. 8 drops of eucalyptus oil. You can purchase at a health food store or at Vitacost.com. Be sure it's the ingestible kind if you're going to use this on people outside of your home. Mix the above ingredients in a container and set aside for later use. The recipe may be cut in half for smaller families or individual use. When needed, take 1 tablespoon when retiring for bed, 1 teaspoon for children. And you don't have to wait for bedtime, but bedtime is the best time to take it. Caution, do not use if you are a diabetic. Note, boil the honey if it's raw. Second selected messages, 301, paragraph 1. Raw honey should be pasteurized, and you can do that by boiling it. And if you read that quote, you'll find out that we're to take it by mouth, boiled. This is really the best cough remedy. No need in reinventing the wheel. The key is using the best honey and eucalyptus oil and not cheap brands. Why give someone a remedy that requires several ingredients and lots of chopping? And when people are sick, they want something that is the easiest. We're counseled to do the simplest remedies, and we want it to be cost effective as well. I cannot advise any remedy for her cough better than eucalyptus and honey. Into a tumbler of honey, put a few drops of the eucalyptus, stir it up well, and take whenever the cough comes on. I have had considerable trouble with my throat, but whenever I use this, I overcome the difficulty very quickly. I have to use it only a few times and the cough is removed. If you will use this prescription, you may be your own physician. If the first trial does not effect a cure, try it again. The best time to take it is before retiring. 3 selected messages, page 300, paragraph 2. I like to give people a tablespoon instead of a teaspoon at a time. This way, chances are they wouldn't have to repeat the dosage. But for children, give only 1 teaspoon, and never give honey to a child less than 1 year old. I've already told you the remedy I use when suffering from difficulties with my throat. I take a glass of boiled honey, and into this I put a few drops of eucalyptus oil, stirring it in well. When the cough comes on, I take a teaspoonful of this mixture, and relief comes almost immediately. I have always used this with the best of results. I ask you to use the same remedy when you are troubled with the cough. This prescription may seem so simple that you feel no confidence in it, but I have tried it for a number of years and can highly recommend it. And that is from Ellen White. Actually, it's from the testimony of Jesus. It's from Christ given to Ellen White. So if it doesn't work, chances are you don't have a good honey or a good eucalyptus oil. Some areas you don't want to save money because sometimes you get what you pay for. The common thing for people to do who have any type of cough is to take some type of cough medicine. However, we will not be using any medication due to all the side effects. Some of the side effects for cough medicine are drowsiness, dizziness, dry mouth, headache, upset stomach, constipation, trouble sleeping, and other problems as well. Listen to what we're counseled. Poisonous medicines, or something called a soothing cordial, is poured down the throat of the infant. If it recovers, it must bear a more or less in its system the effects of that poisonous drug, and it is liable to spasms, heart disease, dropsy of the brain, or consumption. Some infants are not strong enough to bear even a trifle of drug poisons, and as nature rallies to meet the intruder, the vital forces of the tender infants are too severely taxed, and death ends the scene. Healthful Living, page 202, paragraph 5. And medicine for babies, all people, but especially babies and infants, is truly poison to the system. Many SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, cases are due to a medicine that was just given to the infant. And remember, cough medicine is not given to an infant, to a child under 1 year old. I should say this cough, natural cough medicine. Never give honey to a child that is less than 1 year old. Drugs never cure disease, they only change its form and location. When drugs are introduced into the system, for a time they seem to have a beneficial effect. A change may take place, but the disease is not cured. It will manifest itself in some other form. The disease which the drug was given to cure may disappear, but only to reappear in a new form, such as skin diseases, ulcers, painful diseased joints, and sometimes in a more dangerous and deadly form. And as we learned in infants, they can get SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. That's Healthful Living, page 243, paragraph 3. By the way, cough medicine suppresses the cough. We want to assist nature with the cough, not suppress it. Coughing is a healthy way to clear the airway. Here are some Bible verses regarding health and the use of medicines. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. 3 John verse 2. God's will is for every person to be in health. Go up into Gilead and take balm, O Virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. Jeremiah 46:11. We're counseled to take balm. The definition for balm is balsam, B-A-L-S-A-M, and that is the oil of plants and herbs. Taking herbs. We're told, in vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. And as a nurse, I can vouch for this. Doctors will testify that medication and drugs do not cure. They only mask the symptoms. They only mask the symptoms. So it is vain to take one medication upon another. And this is from King James Version only. All other versions have changed or omitted. Any questions? Post it below this video in the comment section if you do. Or send an email to cbiblical@yahoo.com. Also, if you would like the natural remedies for the cold and flu season document, you may send a request for that as well. Thank you for watching this video.